So good morning, all. It's Judith. It's Gentle Kripalu Yoga. Welcome. Happy Friday. Happy post-Halloween. Okay, so most of you know what we use for this class. Mat, perhaps some cushioning, pillows, rolled blankets, towels, some blocks, perhaps a strap, and some hand weights. Now, you may or may not have any of those things, so just, improvise as you need. Especially a chair. I've got a chair handy, and we do use the chair from time to time. So this one has no wheels and no arms. It's got some padding on it, which is nice, but it's very stable and sturdy. So if you start pushing your weight on it, it's not going to move. So make sure you can have your chair either on a yoga mat, or maybe the back legs up against where the wall meets the floor or the baseboard, just so you're aware of that. Okay. So as you know, if whatever's being offered does not work for your body, you have options. You can modify. You could do something else, another posture, or you could skip it. So just know that whatever your mind and your body is telling you, observe it, honor it, modify as you need. And I can do questions after the end of class. So let's start with the feet fairly, I'd say shoulder width apart. The toes can point outward. We'll just start swinging our arms. And this one here, just to warm up the body gently, you're just shifting the weight from side to side, leg to leg. And as you twist, you look over the shoulder to the wall behind you. So you've got those abdominals again. As we go through the practice today, let's focus attention on the core, on the abdominals, because that's what governs everything else in terms of lifting arms and legs, etc., etc. So squeezing that abdominal core area is really important. And as you shift from side to side, see if you can lift opposite heel as you twist in the opposite direction. A little bit more balance challenge for 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go down now to the midriff area, the torso. So you're tapping on the front, stimulating those internal organs, waking them up, and then tapping in the back of the body, up by the kidneys. So we're tapping all those vital organs, waking them up for 4. Continue to twist. 3, 2, 1. And then slowly let's unwind it, not too fast, nice and gentle. And let's just start by tapping here, right there where the hip bones are, in the pelvic girdle, right up here. And so again, we're waking up those tendons and nerves that connect down into the legs. And now we're going to go to the side of the body, working our way back toward the bum. So you're tapping on the bum. And then as you feel complete there, you're going to go up towards the kidneys and tap up there as best you can. And then you're going to come back to the side. Let's go down the sides, the yang sides, the outside of the legs, tapping as you go down. Coming up the inside, the yin meridian, up the inside of the legs. Back to the hip bones. Tap, tap, tapping, standing tall. Crown of head lines up with tailbone. Shoulders drop away from ears for 4, 3, 2, 1. Moving over to the side now. The side of the hips, the side of the butt cheeks, and then back to the buttocks. Getting a nice tapping going there. And then moving along down to the yang side, the outer side of your legs. Maybe the flat of the hand, the inside, the yin meridian. Let's do it one more time. So tapping here by the hips. You could do this waking up in the morning. And then back around to the side of the hips, side of the buttocks, all the way back to the buttocks, all the way there, and then back up towards the kidneys. Oh. And then down the outside of the legs, up the inside of the legs, And let's go back now to center and let's just start circling the navel here. If you want to tap here, that's an option, but a gentle tapping, especially if you've eaten something, you don't want to get an upset stomach by that. So be gentle. And let's just keep circling here. So you're circling up the right side, the ascending colon, across the middle, transverse colon, down the left side, descending colon. So you're actually massaging your colon here, encouraging it to do its job. Good for digestion, good for elimination for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And just bringing everything to stillness. Arms can come down by the side of the body. Let's shake out the arms here. So you're rotating the humerus bone into the shoulder girdle, pumping synovial fluid into the joints. Now, synovial fluid is the body's mechanism for lubricating the joints, the tendons, the muscles. But it doesn't happen until you start moving the joint. So we're busy generating some synovial fluid for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then slowly coming to stillness with the arms. Feet can be directly under the hips now, toes point forward. Let's do a little baby march now. Doesn't have to be big. So you're lifting opposite arm, opposite leg. You're still standing tall. You're still engaging the core, squeezing abdominals, etc. For 8, 7. See if you can lift the legs a little higher. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep marching, little baby march, except we're going to step out, out, in. Here we go. Out, in, out, in. A little bit of a brain gym exercise here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Back to center. Keep marching slowly. Arms come to stillness. Legs keep going. And now finally the legs come to stillness, winding it down. The feet again are directly under the hips. Lift the right heel up off of the mat. You're spreading the 5 toes nice and wide into the mat. Place the heel down. Lift left heel, spread the toes wide. Place the heel down. We'll do it from side to side, lifting and pressing, lifting and pressing for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Back to neutral. Let's relift the right heel. Let's circle the ankle. So here it's the ankle joint. It's the star that's going to move. That's initiating the movement. Rest of the leg, knee and thigh, just go along for a ride. Let's do 4, 3, 2, standing tall. 1, let's circle the other way. So even though you're circling with the right, you're standing tall on that supporting left leg. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. And then slowly bringing that heel back down to earth, shifting the weight to the right, lifting the left heel. And again, as you spread the toes wide, you're circling that left ankle. Noticing range of motion on this side as compared to the other side. It may or may not be the same, but you're not going to judge anything. You're just going to observe and notice. Nice and easy. Let's go ahead and circle the other direction. So we're spreading those toes wide. We're getting flexibility and strengthening in the feet, the ankles, the Achilles tendon, even the calves for 4, 3, 2, 1. And then the heel comes down. Very nice. Let's go ahead and take the legs wide. If you have blocks, you might want to have one in front of you, facing that long end of your mat if you've got a mat that you're using. It's nice to use that face the long side so you have both feet on the sticky surface. So you're not going to be sliding away from us, right? So this one, the torso stays upright. You're going to engage that core, knees track over toes. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, straighten the legs. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, straighten the legs. Let's do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay down on 1. Little pumps. 8, 7. Torso is upright. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Stay down on 1. Little press here. Holding. Now the hands can be placed on the thighs. Maybe you want to tilt yourself forward slightly here. And now suddenly, from crown of head to tailbone, the entire torso is parallel to the earth. You're going to migrate right shoulder over to left thigh, to left knee. It's not going to get there, but you're in a wide leg standing twist now. So left forearm on left thigh, right hand presses into right thigh presses into right hand. Abdominals are definitely engaged here for 8, 7, don't forget the isometric press, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then staying in this parallel, torso parallel to earth position, you're going to migrate the left shoulder over to the right knee. Now you've got your right forearm on your right thigh, left hand presses into left thigh presses into left hand. A wide leg standing twist, looking over the right shoulder. On the left, you're doing your isometric press for 8, 7, 6, 5, squeeze those abs, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Let's just go from side to side. Now here you can find your own rhythm, your own pace as you shift from side to side. There's no need to rush it. Getting as much torque and flexibility in the spine as you can as you twist and you turn for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Coming back to center. Straighten the legs, torso rises up, roll the shoulders. Let's go ahead and heel toe the feet together or step the feet together, whatever works. And I'll do this in profile. So we're going to keep hands on thighs. It's not a death press. They're just placed there. And then the torso, the feet are under the hips, toes point forward. And then the torso is at an angle, maybe 20 to 30 degrees. This will be a standing cat-cow. Inhale, drop the belly, spread the sits bones wide. Exhale, arch and squeeze the navel to spine, just like a Halloween cat. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, arch and squeeze. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, arch and squeeze. Let's do 4. Do not press on the knee joint. 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then rolling it up slowly, slowly. Let's roll some shoulders here. So you're circling forward, up, back, and down, drawing those invisible circles in the air for 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go the other direction, back, up, forward, and down. Ooh. There might be some clicking and snapping in there. It's usually just air or gas in the joint, so no worries. For 4, 3, 2, and then slowly Shake it out. Let's take the arms down to neutral by the side of the body. We're going to drop the chin to the center of the chest. And just pausing here in the center, noticing the weight of the head as it stretches out the back of the neck. And you're going to roll right ear to right shoulder, back down through center, left ear to left shoulder. It's only a 180-degree turn. And you're trying to scrape something off of your chin onto your chest. That's how thorough we want that sweep to be, side to side. And as you move from right to left, noticing the range of motion on either side. Is it the same? Maybe, maybe not. Again, no judgment, breathing. Big full breath. Let's come back to center. The chin floats back parallel to the earth. Let's take the two hands. They're going to go behind the body and the fingers point downward. It's like a downward prayer position with those hands. So here we are. See if you can drop shoulders away from the ears. Drop right ear to right shoulder. And just pausing here, noticing the stretch on the left side of the neck. Big full breaths. LSD breaths, long, slow, and deep. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to center. Slowly going back over to the left. Noticing the stretch on the right side of the neck. Staying calm and relaxed. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to center. Let's drop right ear to right shoulder one more time. The hands are still in that downward prayer position behind you. Now taking the nose in the air, you're going to rock the head forward. Go back, sweep through center, rock the head back. It's like you're drawing the letter U in the air with your nose. And then noticing tendons, ligaments, sinew on that left side of the neck. And then dropping that right ear back over to the right shoulder. Head comes to center. Drop left ear to left shoulder. Again, forward and back with the nose. As though you're drawing the letter U in the air with your nose. And again, noticing the stretch, the range of motion on the right side of the neck as you move here on the left side. Big full breaths. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Left ear goes to left shoulder, head comes back to center. You can let go of your prayerful hands in the back here, shake everything out. Have the feet directly under your hips. Let's do a little bouncing here, just a little bounce. If it's too much to lift the feet, the heels off of the earth, just stay flat-footed and bend the knees and get some sink and spring going in the legs for 8, 7, 6, move the body, 5, 4, any way you want, 3, 2, 1, very nice. And then slowly we'll bring it down. Very, very slowly. Let's take the legs wide. Oh no, let's not do that. Let's go back to our position here. Then we'll do legs wide. So this is like a belly pump. I'm going to try to get a little closer. I don't know if you can see, but you're here back where we'll be doing our standing cat-cow. And you're going to want to inhale and exhale, pumping the belly. So we're pumping the belly, we're creating strength in the abdominals, we're engaging the core. If you've eaten a lot of food, don't do this, but so do the best you can. It takes a while to get the hang of it, but once you do, you can do these belly pumps and it will help strengthen that internal core area. Inhale, exhale. So you're going to pump. 4 more. And then just going ahead and just folding over into your forward fold. Just let it hang here. Let's go ahead and shake the head, yes. Shake the head, no. Nodding the head, perhaps Mr. Ad-libs some horse lips. And what I like to do is interlace the fingers here. The legs can be fairly wide and just swing from side to side. Now engage that belly, the belly we were just pumping, side to side for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then coming slowly back to center. So you've got your legs wide, you're in a forward fold. Maybe grab your block. Maybe like the legs go a little bit wider if that feels appropriate. Right forearm to right thigh. Left hand could rest on the block or the mat. Left leg is straight. So we're stretching out the adductor muscle, that interior muscle on the inside of the thigh that we tend to forget about. And with the right leg, you're tracking right knee over toes, and you're pumping into that right hip. The left foot is grounded at the heel, the left toes point to the sky. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Let's go back, gliding through center. Left forearm rests on left thigh. Right heel digs into the mat. Right toes point to the sky. We're stretching out that adductor muscle on the right leg. And we're pumping synovial fluid into the left hip. Left knee tracks over left set of toes. Breathing. Don't let the head dangle here. For 8, 7, or as many as you can manage. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then back to center. Big wide squat that you're in now. Toes point out 30 to 45 degrees. I've got my block on the second highest setting. Knees are still bent. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten and bow to your block or your mat. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Let's stay over in this forward fold, this wide-legged forward fold. Right hand grabs outside of left ankle. See if you can press your chest close to the top of the left thigh. Don't force it, just get your optimum stretch. Inhale, left arm can float straight up to the sky. If that's too much on the top arm, rest it on the sacrum. So you're in your wide leg forward fold, getting used to being upside down for 4, 3, 2, 1. Top straight arm circles. 4, 3, 2, 1. Other way, circling. 4, 3, 2, 1. Top arm comes down slowly, slowly. Back to center, back to neutral. Now the left hand grabs the outside of the right ankle. Left hand grabs outside of right ankle. You're trying to press the chest close to the top of the right thigh. That top right arm can float straight up. Or if it's not good for that, then you just rest it on your sacrum, modifying as you need. Big full breaths for 4, 3, 2, 1. Top straight arm circles. 4, 3, 2, 1. Other way. 4, 3, 2, 1. Top arm floats down. Very nice. And then coming back to center. Let's go ahead and heel toe the feet together. Hands could be on mat or block. Very nice. I'll do this in profile as well. So you're still now in a forward fold, but the legs are under the hips now. Hands can rest starting at the ankles. A series of flat back lifts as you drag the hands up the shins. Inhale, flat back lift. Now the back is flat. You could serve tea, no spills. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back lift. Squeeze those abs. Exhale, forward fold. Let's do 4, 3, 2. Very nice. And then sliding the hands all the way up, maybe resting on thighs, stacking the bones, opening the shoulders, rolling it open. Oh. Sighing, moaning, groaning is fine. We're all muted. So if you need to let out sound, let it go out into the world. Circle the other way with the shoulders. Nice and easy. And then bringing that to stillness to shake everything out. Let's go ahead and we're going to interlace the fingers behind the back of the body. The arms are not resting conveniently on the bum. They're stretching away. And you're opening the shoulders. You're going to try opening the chest, pinning those shoulders down away from the ears for 4, 3, 2, 1. Fists rest now on the right hip. Now the tendency would be to torque off to the left. Try not to do that. See if you can keep your chest square to that long end of the mat or the front of your space for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands come back down through center. The fists now reside on the left hip. Now the tendency would be to torque off to the right. Don't do that. See if you can keep the chest square to that long end of the mat for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Let's come back to center very slowly. Let's go ahead and take a block, unwind the fingers. Let's take a block, if you have one, between the 2 feet. Otherwise, just pretend you've got a block between your 2 feet, all right? So we're going to shift the weight. You might want to have your chair available. This is just an option for balance challenge, okay? So you could put a couple fingertips on the chair should you need. And so we're going to shift the weight to the right leg. And block or no block, you're going to take those left toes, tuck them, and tuck the left heel either into the ankle or to the calf. We're in the modified tree pose. So now the next option, find a spot that doesn't move and focus on that spot as you lift one arm to the sky. Maybe second arm lifts to the sky for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands meet in prayer. It's going to drop down the midline, stopping at the heart. You're still lifting through that supporting right leg, crown of head floating to sky for 4, 3, 2, 1. And then slowly lower the arms. Slowly the left leg goes back to normal. Shake out the legs, shake out the arms. Woo! And then you're going to go back to your position, either with a block or no block. You're going to shift the weight to the left leg. The right foot goes onto the block or it stays on the earth. The right heel can tuck into that left ankle or the left calf muscle. You're grounding through that standing left leg. Maybe one arm wants to come up. Find your drishti point that helps with balance. Other arm floats up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms float down. Oh, no, sorry. Go to prayers in the middle, coming down the center of the midline. And now we'll pause here for 4 breaths. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms can come down, shake it out, remove the foot from block or ankle and shake everything out. Woo, nice, very nice. Let's take your 2 blocks if you've got them. And if you don't have blocks for today's class and you have a chair, you might want to put the seat of the chair facing you. So that could be like a substitute pair of blocks if you don't have them. We're going to put the chair aside. We're going to face the narrow end of the mat. We're going to stay standing for a bit and then we'll go on to the earth. So you're fairly close to your blocks. Then inhale, arms go up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, arms float up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Lifting and pressing, lifting and pressing. This next time we're going to stay up and you're going to start climbing that invisible rope. So here again, your chest is still squared to that short end of the mat. You're stretching the side body here. You're squeezing your abdominals. You're engaging the core for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Arms come overhead. Inhale. Exhale. One last swan dive forward. Stay down into your forward fold. Hands could rest on blocks here. I have mine on tall blocks. If you have long arms, you may not need the blocks. From here, you're staying in your forward fold. Micro bend the knees left and right, stretching out the low back. Whew. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to neutral in the center. Now, I won't mirror you for this. So inhaling, shifting the weight to the left leg. You're going to lift the right leg up to the sky. The idea here is to get the chest close to the top of the left thigh, the standing leg. This is called standing stick, and you're going to pump that standing leg, little tiny pumps, for 4, 3, 2, 1. Right foot floats down. Micro bend the knees left and right to recalibrate. Staying calm and relaxed. Breathing. Legs come to stillness now. Shift the weight into the right leg. Inhale, exhale, lift left leg. See if you can get the chest close to the top of the right thigh. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Little micro bends with the standing knee. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Left foot comes down. Micro bend the knees left and right. Feet are directly under the hips. The toes point forward. You're squeezing those abdominals. Let's bring the legs to stillness. Hands come to mat or blocks. Stepping back into your best version of downward facing dog. I have an injury on my right side, so I'm modifying, but the body is in a triangle shape. Chest pressing close to the thighs. Arms are straight, fingers spread wide. Micro bend the knees left and right. Bicycle pedal the heels as you wag your dog tail. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to neutral. The knees float to earth. Very gently. It could be thighs in parallel, or it could be big toes together, knees wide apart, press into child pose. I take a rolled towel to place behind the backs of my knees. This creates more space so that when you press back with the bum towards the heels, you'll probably get a little bit closer. Once you've organized the legs, the arms could be straight in front of you. The arms could be by the side of the legs. Forehead should rest on the mat. If it doesn't get that far, you could stack your palms, rest the forehead there, stack fists, rest the head there, or take a block if you've got one on the low setting and press the head there. So once you've organized your child's pose, let's kind of just relax here into the pose. melting the body into the mat, into Mother Earth. And we're gonna just sway maybe side to side, just getting a little stretch in the hips, a big full stretch in the quads, those thigh muscles. Breathing for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then coming back to neutral, coming to stillness. Let's focus on breathing into the back body. Inhale, lower back, middle back, upper back, pausing at the top. Exhaling, upper, middle, lower back, squeezing out all the air and pausing at the bottom. Inhale, lower back, middle, upper, pausing in the silence at the top. Exhaling, upper, middle, lower back, squeezing out all the stale air and pausing in the silence at the bottom. 2 more, just like this. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And now staying in your child's pose. We're going to come slightly out of it, but not all together. You're going to take the top of the right foot and nestle it into the arch of the left foot. And then you're going to press back 1 more time. So you're smushing that bottom left foot, pressing it back. While you're doing that, the arms can go on the earth to the left on the earth. The right hip presses away 45 degrees on the diagonal. So now you've got a giant stretch going on the right side of the body. Maybe you want to just be still here, or maybe it's a little micro movements. Maybe the static press isn't enough. Maybe little micro movements might feel delicious. For 4, 3, 2, 1, coming back to center, pausing in the center, slightly rising up out of your child's pose, reversing the feet. The top of the left foot nestles into the arch of the right foot, and then you're going to press back another time so that that bottom right foot is being smushed, pumping in fresh blood, chi, life force. And then the arms go on the right to the side of the body, and the left hip pushes away 45 degrees on the diagonal. Maybe it's a static press here. Maybe it's micro movements here. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then coming out slowly, slowly. Oh, pressing yourself up into table position. And here's where you might want to add something extra for your knees, a folded towel or blanket. I have a squishy mat. And so you're protecting your knees, you're babying your knees. And the hands can either go on low blocks or on the mat. I'm using the blocks because of my shoulder problem. And let's go ahead and tuck the 10 toes while we're here. And we're going to rock back and forth on those 10 toes. And we're opening up the bottoms of the feet. Breathing. Rocking forward. If you want to sit on your heels, if you're a Gumby person and that's easy, go right ahead. Other people find it most challenging. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Don't let the head dangle. Now you're engaging the belly here for sure. You're untucking the toes, and we're going to tap the tops of the feet for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Bringing that to stillness. The knees come into neutral now. We're going to go into a modified plank. If you want to do a full plank, go for it. Crown of head lines up with tailbone. Breathing, strengthening your upper body here, the arms, etc. Engaging the core for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Backing out of it nice and slow. Let's go ahead and find our way to sitting. Taking your time, there's no rush necessary. And maybe grabbing a drink of water, maybe not. Have your blocks handy if you've got them. Breathing. And we're going to come into Sukhasana, easy pose. You might want to pull flesh away from sits bones. If for some reason Sukhasana is not available, you can stretch the legs forward straight. If you've got blocks, you could slide low blocks underneath your knees and thighs for some more support. So always know that that's an option. So Sukhasana, or your option. And I'm propping my thighs so I'm not gripping the muscles here to hold the thighs up while we're sitting here. Again, pulling flesh away from the bum. Sitting tall, the crown of head floats up to sky. Hands can rest on knees or shins. And we're going to circle the rib cage. Circling. Again, returning to stimulating those internal organs. I mean, those guys are working 24/7. So we're going to send them some fresh blood, some oxygen, some fresh life force, squeezing out all the stale stuff. Do a few more in this direction, and then circling the other way. So think about inhaling forward, exhaling, squeezing navel to spine as you go around in the back. So again, working on tightening the core. So I always like to give this little antidote that the abdominals are counterbalance muscles. So if you never squeeze them in, if you're never holding in your belly, at some point, those muscles just fall out and they won't go back in. So always think about squeezing those abdominals for 4, 3, 2, 1. And then very nice, coming back to center. Let's go ahead, and if you want to rest the hands on shins, maybe ankles. No, shins or calves or thighs. Let's do some tucking with the chin. We're going to inhale, tuck the chin, and then you're going to come forward like a little baby dolphin, and the head is going to break the waves as you come up. So it's inhale as you tuck the chin close to the chest. Exhale as the crown of the head breaks the waves. Inhale, tuck the chin. Exhale, press it forward. Inhale, tuck the chin. Exhale, press it forward. Let's do 2 more in this way. Inhaling and exhaling, getting as much flexibility in the spine as you can. Inhaling and exhaling. Coming back now to neutral. Just noticing, pausing, noticing where the energy may have shifted. No judgment, just observing. And now we'll do the opposite move. So exhale with the chin leading. Inhale, tuck the chin as you come up. Exhale, going forward, leading with the chin. Inhale, tuck it as you come up. Exhaling, inhaling. Let's do 2 more. Exhaling, focus on that spine. Exhale, inhaling. Last one, exhaling, inhaling. Very nice. Staying right here. Let's plant the hands and let's lift the right arm off to the side. So you're grounding through those sits bones. The top ribs spin open to the sky. So you're not torquing off to one side. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Come to center. Top elbow bends. Inhale, bend. Exhale, press it away. Inhale, bend. Exhale, press it away. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And now that top arm can float slowly down. You're resisting the gravity. You're not just letting it collapse, hopefully. And now the right hand lands on the mat. Left arm lifts up. Inhale up. Exhale over. Let's stay over this time. Let's stretch your grounding through those left sit bones for 4, 3, 2, 1. Top elbow bends. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend, arm by the ear. Exhale, straighten for 4. I'm slightly modifying on this side. 3, squeeze the abs. 2, 1. Very nice. And now we float that arm slowly, resisting the gravity all the way back down to the earth. Let's extend the legs long now this time. I'm taking the blocks away. Maybe you want to pull the flesh away from sits bones. Let's take the legs not quite in parallel, just slightly wider. The fingertips can go behind, pointing to the wall behind as you press the palms into the mat. Both feet are flexed. See if you can drop the shoulders away from the ears. Externally rotate both legs. Come back to center. Internally rotate both legs. External and internal. External and internal for 8, sitting tall. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Back to center. Let's go ahead and take the legs in strict parallel now. The feet are still flexed. Flexing the ankles, pointing the toes. Flexing and pointing. Spreading those 10 toes wide, as wide as they're willing to go. Pointing and flexing, and then circling the ankles. Oh boy. There might be more pops and crunches, but that's okay. We're working it. Breathing. Very, very nice. Let's just go ahead and bring all of that to stillness. Let's just quickly tap the lower legs, starting down at the ankle, all the way up. Perhaps just caress the knee, tap the thigh. Let's do 3 passes. Inhale up. We're tapping the lower leg. We're gently rubbing on the knee joint because we don't want to annoy it and irritate it. And then we're going to slap the thighs all the way around. Let's go to the other leg. You're going to do a little self-massage here on that lower leg. You're going to come up and caress the knee. You're not going to smash on it. We want them to work for a very long time. And then we're going to go up to the thigh. Breathing. So let's do 2 more passes. Tapping the lower legs. Caressing the knee. Saying hello to your knees. Send them some love. And then go ahead and tap the thigh. One more time, down by the lower leg. Let's just smooth the area around the knee and then tapping the thigh. Very nice. Now, clear everything off of your space. Let's face that narrow end of the mat. And we're going to go with bent knees, and then the feet are hip distance apart, toes point forward. So you can grab either back of thighs or the front of the shins, whatever works. Just try not to press unduly on those knees. Inhale forward with the chest. Exhale back and squeeze, so you're rounding back. Navel to spine again, concentrating on the core. Inhale forward, exhale back. Let's inhale forward. If you've got weights, maximum 2 pounds, grab a weight. If not, just do what we were doing. Inhale forward, exhale back. Inhale forward, exhale back and squeeze. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Stay back. And then lose a weight, any prop you might have been using as you roll all the way down onto your mat or wherever you're placing your body. Draw the knees into the chest, and maybe little rocks side to side might feel delicious or not. Back of the neck as long as it's willing to go, but you're not forcing or jamming anything. Maybe this little rocking motion from side to side is more than sufficient. It also helps massage the back of the skull. Or you could circle the knees in opposition or in tandem. You could choose whatever feels yummy. If you're circling, be sure you circle in both directions. Oh, easy. Now, very quickly, let's grab a strap or a scarf or a belt or a dog leash, whatever you're using. The knees are still bent. You're going to strap around the ball of the left foot. I'm not mirroring you, all right? So you're going to draw the left straight leg. It's moving towards straight, but you're not locking that knee. You're not hyperextending the knee. And you're going to draw the left straight leg into the chest. And that's your optimum stretch. Do not do the maximum. You need wiggle room. So the optimum is the best choice. And we'll hold it here for 4, 3, 2, 1. And little circles now with the sole of the left foot. The left foot is flexed. You're cleaning a spot very mindfully on the ceiling. And your circles could be small, medium, or large. You can choose. How does that feel in that left hip? And while you're circling, let's go ahead and circle the other way. Breathing. Let's go ahead and bring that to stillness. Let's go ahead and take the strap on the inside of the left leg. Inhale, bend, exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend, exhale, straighten. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Leg is straight again. Both ends of strap are in the left hand. Right arm is in T position on the earth. Inhale, drop left straight leg to the left. The minute that right hip wants to lift, stop with the left leg. Flex and point the left foot. Circle the ankle in the strap. If it's available, circle both ways. And then inhale, left straight leg comes back to center. Strap goes into the right hand. Left arm drops into T position. Left leg drops to the right. Now it could drop onto blocks. It could drop onto a cushion and a block. It doesn't have to go to the earth. The minute you feel the stretch in the outer left hip, you've done the job. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to center. Rebend left knee. Remove the strap. Both knees are bent. Both feet are flat. Now loop the strap around the ball of the right foot. Here again, we're going to your optimum stretch, not your maximum. The other leg stays straight and true. It doesn't splay off to the side. It stays straight and true like a railroad track. So here we've got our right straight leg. We're bringing it into its optimum position, saying hello to our hamstrings for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right foot is flexed. Circle that sole of the right foot like you're cleaning another spot on the ceiling. Small, medium, or large circles are fine. This leg might feel different than the other side. Just noticing, circling the other way. Oh boy. And then coming to stillness, the strap goes into the left hand. Right arm is on the earth. Inhale, drop right straight leg to the left. Maybe onto blocks, maybe not. Breathing for 4, 3, 2, 1. And that right straight leg floats back up to sky. Let's inhale, bend right knee. Strap stays on the inside of the leg. Exhale, straighten to the sky for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. We bend the knee, loose the strap, draw the knees into the chest, massage the low back. Nice, deep, full breaths. And then drawing the legs down straight onto the mat. The arms are in T position, or it can be in 30 to 45 degrees with the arms. That's fine. Cross the left ankle on top of right thigh. Drop the left knee off to the left. If it's hanging in space, prop it with a block or a cushion or something, so you're not gripping in that left hip crease. If you want the more advanced version of this, slide the left ankle underneath the back of the right thigh. It's the same position, but it's a more extreme version of the same pose. Breathing here, staying calm and relaxed, relaxing the low back for 4, 3, 2, 1. Unwind left leg, that goes straight on the earth. Bend right knee. Right ankle rests on top of the left thigh. You might want to prop the right bent knee with a block, a cushion, or something. If you want the more advanced version, right ankle slips underneath the back of the left thigh, and you can prop your right bent knee with a block or whatever you have available. So this side might feel totally different from the other side. You're just noticing for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Unwinding that right leg, removing any props. Arms and legs are now at 30 to 45 degrees. We have arrived in one of our favorite poses, Shavasana, resting pose, corpse pose. And you're going to notice where the back body touches the earth. Letting the body melt into the mat. Maybe roll something under the back of the knees if you have a cranky low back. The flat on the back doesn't work. You can bend the knees. Feet are mat distance apart. Knock the knees together like a tent. That's restorative rest. If on the back just doesn't work at all, find one of your favorite sides. Stack the hips and legs. Rest the head on the upper arm or maybe on a block and a cushion. And then you might, if you have an available wall, you might want to put legs up the wall. Or you could sit in a chair. Feet flat, sitting tall, hands can rest on thighs. And then once you've organized arms and legs, allowing the eyes to drop closed, scanning the body for the effects of the practice, and breathing into any residual tension that might remain. Relaxing the back of the neck, the face and the jaw. Noticing that relaxation that forms in the soles of the feet. We're going to scan the body going up from the feet. Noticing deep relaxation. Imagine a sparkling white Tinkerbell light enveloping the feet, the ankles, the low legs, and then the knees. The softness moves into the thighs, allowing legs and feet to become very, very heavy. The softness moves into the hips, the pelvis, the low back releases. And then it moves from the belly into the waist and the torso, enveloping the ribs, heart, lungs, liver, kidneys, all the vital organs, deeply relaxed. It moves into the chest and shoulders, rolling down both arms all the way to the fingertips. And then it moves into the throat and the neck. And then it moves into the head, all the way to the crown of the head. Noticing back body and front body, right side and left side. Noticing the whole body together. The whole body together. The whole body together. And here's a quote from Pema Chodron. At some point, if you're fortunate, you'll hit a wall of truth and wonder what you've been doing with your life. At that point, you'll feel highly motivated to find out what frees you and what helps you to be kinder and more loving, less driven and confused. You'll actually want to be present, present as you go through a door, present as you take a step, present as you wash your hands or wash a dish, present to being triggered, present to simmering, present to the ebb and flow of your emotions and thoughts, day in and day out. A kind of shedding happens, a shedding of old habits, a shedding of being run around by pleasure and pain. It's a process of relaxing in the middle. The paradoxical, ambiguous middle, full of potential, full of new ways of thinking and seeing, with absolutely no money back guarantee of what will happen next. If you'd like to remain in Shavasana for as long as it feels right, please feel free to stay right there. But if you're ready to meet the day, begin to bring some gentle movement to fingers and toes and arms and legs. And then drawing the knees into the chest, giving yourself a hug. And then rolling onto your favorite side and pausing there for just a few breaths in embryo posture. And on the next inhale, keeping the eyes closed, press yourself up into a comfortable seated posture. Rooting the sits bones down into the earth, drawing the crown of the head up into the sky, scanning the body for the effects of the practice, and thanking the body for all it does all day, every day. And bringing to mind one thing for which you are grateful. And on the next inhale, let's float the palms up overhead, hands meet in prayer, dropping down the midline, stopping at the heart, samastiti. May you be happy. May you be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May you know peace. I salute the bright light in each and every one of you. Namaste. Jai Bhagwan.